Hello and welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. Today we'll be reading for Cancer for the week of July 7th through the 14th. First, let's start by cleansing the cards and setting silent, mindful intentions. Okay, so Cancer, I'll be reading for you and also the person in your energy. We'll be pulling 2 Celtic crosses and clarifiers for each of those cards. First, let's start by shuffling these decks. Okay, Cancer, let's see what is going on with my sweet little Krabby Patties. The heart of the issue, the Hermit. So going within, withdrawing from society, crossing you, Ten of Swords. You're really up in your head about things, just really losing some sleep over something that's really bothering you. The root of the issue is the Six of Wands. So a recent victory over something. Recent past is Devil. Are you getting over a toxic relationship? Did you recently break up with someone? Crowning you is the Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in, knowing that you deserve good things, and near future new offers of stability, finance, maybe a new job. Okay, your role in the matter. Make sure that you guys, make sure you can see your cards here. Your role is the Eight of Cups, moving on. Your person's role is the Seven of Swords. They've got some sneaky vibes going on around them. Hopes and fears, Ten of Cups. You know, you're hoping for that happy life. You're fearing that you won't ever have it. Final outcome, death. So people get really freaked out by the death card. You should be more freaked out by the Devil card. The death card is basically like, it's like the moment that happens right before new beginnings. Does that make sense? I hope so. Bottom of the deck, options. All right. Let's see what's going on with the person in your energy, Cancer. The heart of the matter for them is you moving on from them. I mean, that makes sense. Crossing them is the single life. Like, are they happy about being single? Are they not happy about being single? Because it looks very much like you guys broke up. The root of the matter is the Queen of Cups. Recent past, the Two of Wands, reflecting on the past. Crowning them is the sneaky behavior. Look, the cards don't lie. You guys saw me shuffle the cards. They're just letting you know. Okay, near future for them is the Two of Swords. Decisions. Their role is the Six of Wands, which is at the root of your reading. Your role is Judgment. Are you bringing karma to this person? Their hopes and fears, the Moon. Okay, so they're kind of hoping to stay in this shady, nobody can really see what's going on here, and they're also afraid of being exposed. Final outcome is the Star, wish fulfillment. Interesting. So yeah, they're hoping that you'll come back, and you're kind of hoping for a new beginning. You're kind of done with this. You're kind of like, yeah, I want to see what else is out there, because this is painful and I don't want to go through this anymore. And I thought that this was my person, and they're not. This was a toxic relationship. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. All right, so clarify this Hermit. Clarify the Hermit with Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and that Moon card. Did your person do something shady with finances? Were they buying presents for people that were not you with your money? That's what that feels like. Going around handing out your money like it was their own. Giving away things that did not belong to them. All right. This Nine of Swords, you're all up in your head. Clarify that with Temperance, Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, you're just waiting for karma to happen. You're just like, you know that karma is about to come for this person who you've moved on from, who was very shady in their dealings with you and your finances. You found out a cold, hard fact, cold, hard truth, and you're just patiently waiting. All right, the root of the matter. What is this victory? Clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and okay. Yeah, so it's so funny because this came up in another person's reading this week. Yeah, your person is super shady. Like they're like the thief that is sorry that they got caught, not sorry that they did a bad thing. Like when they were getting away with this, that was the happiest that they'd been in your relationship. Like they were sneaking around, going behind your back, doing some, some fuck shit, and, treating you like you were an option, something to choose between, when you were supposed to be like the real deal. You're supposed to be this 10 of Cups. That's what you guys were working on towards, achieved all of that stuff, and they weren't content with that. They were sneaking out behind your back. Yeah, put you in a third party situation, fucked with your finances. And they were so happy while they were doing it. No guilt, no remorse, no nothing. Just really happy about it. Put you in a toxic situation. You thought that you had your divine partner, but really what you had was the shadow version of that, which was the devil. It's the shadow version of the Lovers. Let's clarify the devil with Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, the Tower. Yeah. this is over. This relationship ended because your person couldn't keep it in their pants. And the truth will out all the time. Every time. And this is something that, you know, like, I wish that I could, like, shake into people sometimes. It's like, you realize that the lie is temporary, right? Like, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. Like, it's only going to do so much for so long. And then, you know, that wound's going to bust open and it's just going to bleed all over everything. And all you would have done is bought yourself a minute at a time. Not even worth it. Crowning you is the 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Yeah. All right, clarify that with the Knight of Cups, the Strength card, and the Lovers. There it is. You know, and you know, my sweet little crabbies, you guys, you have the biggest hearts, I think, in the entire, you know, 12 astrological signs. You have this big front of, you know, keeping yourself protected with your shell, but really, you guys have the biggest, most generous hearts, and I love that about you. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some strength, but that love that you put out there into the universe for this person, it's going to come back to you. The universe is going to bring you your divine partner. So just keep waiting a little bit longer. Your near future, this Ace of Pentacles. All right, let's clarify that with 10 of Wands. 5 of Cups, the High Priestess. Yeah, like you've been working super hard. You've been carrying the weight of 2 people. You know, you've been taken advantage of, taken for granted. You know, you've got these 2 cups of love here, and, you know, right now all you can see is what's been spilled, but you've got some great things coming up for you, because, you know, the universe sees what you've done, and they know what you've lost. You've lost love, you've lost finances, you've lost, I don't know why respect just came into my head. Maybe some of you have. Maybe this person ran a smear campaign on your good name, you know? Maybe that's some of their shady behavior. Maybe that's this victory that they think that they've won, that they think that they've brought you down a couple pegs or something. But the universe knows that that's not what you are. You don't deserve that. So the universe is going to make it right. And you are moving on from this situation. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups with, 7 of Wands, standing your ground, 2 of Wands, you know, doing some retrospective work, like looking back in the past and seeing like what happened, what's different. 8 of Wands, fast messages coming in. Is your person trying to get back in touch with you? Are they trying to reach out? Are you paying attention to them right now? The Hermit energy would say no. Maybe you've got them blocked. Maybe you're not paying attention. All right, they're 7 of Swords. But yeah, I think that they are trying to reach out to you. 7 of Swords, clarify that with the Emperor, Justice. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, they're very much, they're trying to camp out in your energy. Cancer, I don't usually say this to people in my reads, but you may want to do some cleansing, maybe some cord cutting. This person is trying to camp out in your energy. They just loved being in that, you know, your love is like this clear blue crystal lake where it's like you dip a toe in there and you just instantly feel all the weight drop off. And they miss that feeling because they are so dark and murky in their own energy. And only you can, you know, you have the power to dictate who gets to dip their toes in your energy, you know. But it feels like they have their hooks in you, and it feels like you need a cleansing of sorts. So whether that is like finding a body of water, like an ocean, to go dip into and, you know, cleanse yourself with the salt water, you know, get some sage or something, and like sage yourself, sage your house, sage anything that the two of you came in contact with together. You know, maybe find a practitioner who's able to do a cord cutting for you. Yeah, something to get them out of your energy. Carry around some obsidian, you know, like a dark stone, just something where, you know, and you can hold it every once in a while just to get some protection, protect your space. Okay. All right, your hopes and fears, the 10 of Cups. Clarify that with the 4 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 9 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, you want this. You want a happy home, a happy life. You know, you're in your single era right now because you're forced to be. You're, you know, and you'll be moving on from this like party phase that you're in to this, you know, getting back into a marriage, because the universe does want to bring your divine partner in. And, you know, this death had to happen, this death of this toxic relationship. It had to happen because you've put out into the world the energy that is deserving of you coming into alignment with your divine partner. Okay, let's clarify the Death card with, yeah, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. You were taken for granted. You've been working on healing, and abundance is coming your way. These are all beautiful things, Cancer. Look at that. I can't make it up. The Sun at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see what's going on with your shady person here. I almost want to just leave it at that because that was such a beautiful read. I almost don't even want to dip my toes into their cesspool of energy, but it's whatever. It's whatever. We're trying to come to a place of healing for Cancers, for my sweet little Krabby Patties. All right, it's too many cards, so I'm not going to read all those. All right, let's clarify the 8 of Cups with, yeah, 7 of Cups, the Fool, and the Ace of Swords. So they know that you found out about all of these options, and it looks to me like they sipped from every single one of those cups. So they're putting on this face of, I'm starting over, you know, I'm turning over a new leaf. Here I am in my single glory days. Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles with Justice, the Chariot, the 3 of Cups. Hello, the cards do not lie. They are getting their karma for putting you in this third party situation. It doesn't matter how much they want to pretend. Justice is coming for them. The Chariot is rolling over them. It's making them move. The Chariot is not stop energy. The Chariot is go, go, go energy. All right. The root of the matter for them is the Queen of Cups. Clarify that with the 2 of Cups, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they are going to strategically try and come back into your energy because, like I said, they just want to dip their toes in the pool of, you know, all that love that Cancer had for them that they took for granted. They're going to come in slow and steady, and it looks like maybe their angle will be finances or stability. Yours or theirs, whichever one gets to you. All right, 2 of Wands, their recent past, reflecting on the past. Clarify that with, yeah, you're going to see a lot of that over the next couple of weeks because of Mercury retrograde, waxing nostalgic. Oh, all the things that we did, all the places we went, all the people that we saw, blah, 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 blah. Didn't we have such a good time? Yeah, and then you fucked it up. All right, the Eight of Pentacles. Look at all the hard work that we put into everything. Look at how hard we fought for all of these things. This is what is their mindset is, now they're looking at the investment. They should have looked at the investment before they went and decided that they were going to act like a single person when they were committed to you. Crowning them is the Seven of Swords, clarified by the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. They came in acting like they were your divine partner. And they know that they've upset you. Where was that? I'm pretty sure that was the card that was crossing you. Can I find it? I see it. There it is. That was your near future. Yeah. They knew that it would hurt you. They knew that it would break your heart. They didn't care. They got passionate with somebody else. Their near future, Two of Swords. Let's clarify that with, Three of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Five of Swords. Yeah, this person may have okay, so like some of us are raised with specific ideologies, like like a parent who's telling you that in order to be an adult, or what adults do is they grow up, they move out of their parents' house, they get a job, they get married, they have kids. And like, this is a person who they have not come to terms with the fact that they aren't marriage material. An innate part of them knows that they're not. But they keep getting involved with relationship people. Like, what is that song? Jar of Hearts? They keep going around collecting their jar of hearts. Almost like a serial killer. Sorry, that's dark and morbid, huh? Yeah, but they just they get involved with people. They're involved with them for a while. They get into committed relationships and then they skirt around because that's what they want to do. They like the getting away with it. They're like the entire embodiment of the Seven of Swords. Their whole goal is to get away with shit. Oh my gosh, that just hit me like a lightning bolt. Wow. And so, yeah, they're in this victory mindset of, I got to do what I wanted to do. Now, they lost you in the process, but they were more excited about getting away with shit. Oh, wow, this is a dirty fucker. All right, clarify their Six of Wands with the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, and being left out in the cold. Yeah, they don't care who they step on. That's like their adrenaline rush. Their adrenaline rush is strategizing how to, because for some reason sex it's not good for them unless it's shameful and guilt induced. They have some issues. They have some deep psychological issues. Oh my gosh, Cancer, if this is resonating with any of you watching, please drop something in the comments. Let me know. I'd love to hear the tea of your story. Oh my gosh. Because that's what we're all here for, is the tea. All right, you are coming in as Judgment, clarified by the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups. Yeah. This person, they went around spreading their love to all of these different people who they weren't in love with, spreading their passion with a bunch of different people. And that puts you in a state of holding where you're just like, wait a second, I've got this love for you. I have all of the love. And now I have to heal because you couldn't keep it in your pants. All right. Their hopes and fears, the moon. Yeah, they want to stay under the shroud of darkness, but they also know that with the moon comes the sun. And the sun sheds light on all the darkness. All right, let's clarify the moon with, yeah, Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups, which was what your hopes and fears were, that Ten of Cups. Yeah, they're refusing to look at the part that they played because for them, the Ten of Cups is having their cake and eating it too. Like having you providing all the money and the love and all the things that make relationships worth it. And then they're going off and they're, spending your money on gifts so that they can go take, I don't know, the secretary out or, the boy at the gym or, whatever. Anyway, their final outcome, the Star card, wish fulfillment, clarified by Ten of Swords. The Sun, there it is. And the Ace of Cups. So this isn't their wish fulfillment, this is yours. They're going to be the ones that are going to be in that Ten of Swords energy. And either this is you getting your new love offer or this is someone else who's going to come in to their life and treat them the way that they've been treating you and all these other people. This, this whole jar of hearts that they've been collecting. And the sun is going to shine on this moon energy here. Everything will be revealed. Karma will be served in time. The sun is shining on you moving forward with your life. And that is just, it just doesn't get more beautiful than that. And, Cancer, I'm sorry that you're hurt and that this person did you so dirty that you got involved with this person who, they only get involved with people so that they can cheat on them. Who does that? There is something seriously fucked up with some people. The thing is, they're so charming and they come in and they just seem like, they're everything that you wanted. Everything that you want, everything that you need. And then at the end of the day, they take your trust and your love and your money and they just throw it away on these one night stands, pole dancers. I don't know where that's coming from. That applies to somebody. That applies to you. Tell me that story right there. But yeah, you're going to get your money back. You're going to get your karma. You're being made whole and things are going to be looking up for you, Cancer, because you've already done the hard work. You put the energy into having a good life and that person didn't ruin it. They didn't. They just came and they showed you that they weren't worthy. Okay. All right, Cancer. Well, that's all that I have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Mirrored Veil Tarot. And I'll see you again next week. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know if the reading resonated for you. And I'll see you next week. Stay blessed.